Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Fikemi and thank you so much for joining me. If you would love to know how to make crispy chicken wings in the comfort of your own kitchen, then keep on watching. So first off, you want to start off with chicken wings, obviously. So if your chicken wings is frozen like mine, make sure you thaw out the chicken and then you go ahead to start washing the chicken thoroughly. Now, chicken wings, depending on where you buy them, can come as whole wings like this, or they could come as winglets or drumettes already cut by the processing company. So depending on where you buy your wings from, make sure you know which type of chicken you are getting. Next, if you have whole chicken wings, you are going to have to cut the chicken wings right through the joint. It's not hard, it's just something that you have to work at. Make sure you slice the chicken at the joint gently with a sharp knife and look for the cartilage or the joint area, like I said, and cut cleanly through. Take your time to do this. There's no hard and fast rule. Just have to find the joint and cut the chicken clean through. Once you do this 1,001 times, or you are a pro at dissecting chickens, then this should be a very easy process. You might not even need, just find the joint and cut it cleanly through. So by the time you are done cutting up your entire wing bowl with chicken wings, you're going to have your drumettes and your wingettes. You can actually take out the flats, that's the end of the chicken wing, or you could leave it. I left it. Next, you are going to rinse the chicken, a final rinse if you must, in some hot or lukewarm water. Now this just helps to remove any gunk and leftover unplucked feathers from the chicken wing. Processed chicken usually comes with this layer of skin that doesn't quite come off, actually, when you wash with cold water. So you want to make sure that you use warm or lukewarm hot water to get this off your chicken, and this just helps with presentation, because if you bake with all that gunk, it's going to leave this crusty dusty layer on your chicken and you don't really want that. So make sure that you wash that thoroughly, scraping, scrubbing, squeezing as much as you can, cleaning and plucking all those unplucked feathers so that you have an even layer for your spices to sit on. Also, while washing the chicken here, you have to make sure that you squeeze out as much water as you can. You really want your chicken wings to be soft and supple and not have so much water when you are adding your spices. So setting your chicken in a sieve, you want to add a little salt. Salt helps push out any excess water or moisture in the chicken, and it's safe to say that at this point you start watching how much salt or your entire salt content in the entire cooking process of your chicken wings. Next is the star of the whole chicken adventure, and that is garlic. I found a little baby onion as well, so that would be going into the mix. You want to make sure you use whole cloves of garlic and you make this into a paste. Use a garlic grater or garlic press of choice. I have this handy dandy plastic grater in the kitchen and that's what I use. You just want to make sure that you get your garlic paste nice and smooth, and use whatever, like I said, you have in your kitchen. Once you are done with grating the garlic, you want to add that first to your chicken wings and mash that all up. This is going to be like your starter base, and because it's a garlic inspired chicken wings recipe, garlic is the first thing that goes down. It's the first thing that is going to form the base or the foundation of your spices. So once that is done, you can go right ahead and add spices of your choice. I just used what I had handy in the house, and it's basically just a cornucopia mix of different spices. I had some ginger powder, garlic powder, some black pepper, some curry powder, and some hot chili pepper. Hot chili pepper, it's called atagungu. If you are looking for that in the market, just ask for atagungu. And some mixed spices. I think I had some steak and barbecue spices there. Just added a whole bunch of spices and mixed that into the kitchen. Sorry, the chicken. So once that is done, add your spices to the level that you want it to be. I wasn't too comfortable with what I had initially, so I went in with another set of garlic paste, some garlic spices, and then you add some salt to taste. Mix all this in and set it aside to marinate for between 30 minutes to 1 hour in the fridge. If you're going to leave it in the fridge, then you can leave it for up to 2 hours. If you're just going to leave it out on the table, just cover with a film, cling film, yes, and leave it to sit for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Now we're going to prepare our coating. And our coating is basically baking powder and some spices. Yes, not baking soda. Baking powder is a combination of baking soda and I think corn flour and some other stuff. So just get your baking powder, add some more garlic powder, add some more black pepper, hot chili pepper, add garlic, add salt to taste, and there, your coating is done. So you want to add your coating to your chicken in bits or in sections, 2 sections to be precise. So once you have your coating all mixed up thoroughly, make sure you mix all your ingredients thoroughly. You want to transfer your chicken to a wide-mouthed bowl so that you have ease to toss and turn and mash up or knead the chicken when the need arises. So transfer your chicken obviously into the wide-mouthed bowl and add your first layer of your coating mix. So once you add this first layer, just go in liberally, cover a large surface area and toss your chicken. So the first coat or half of the tossed or the coating that you've mixed, you want to add that and just toss your chicken in the bowl. Toss it around. And then you go in with your second layer, final layer, and give it a good toss again. Toss the chicken and knead. So this final layer, you are going to toss and knead that coating into your chicken wings. So once you're done with kneading and tossing your chicken, you want to transfer your chicken to a baking rack or a baking tray, and you want to arrange your chicken evenly or your chicken wings evenly on your baking rack if you're using a baking rack. Now, I made a huge mistake doing this, and you see that in a minute, but for people that have smaller ovens, make sure you arrange your chicken evenly on the tray or on your rack to allow the hot air of the oven to go over the wings as evenly as possible. Now, since it takes time for chicken generally to release its own juices, I am going ahead to coat it with some coconut oil. Just drop tiny bits of oil. If you have a basting brush, go ahead and use that and put your chicken into a preheated oven. Close it up and start baking. So I had to transfer my chicken wings to a baking sheet. Actually, if you have a really large oven, I just realized that the chicken wasn't baking fast enough, even with the heat. So transfer it to a baking sheet if you have a bigger oven. This just helps the baking process better, speeds it along. So I'm just going to turn the chicken for the first time. This is like 10 minutes after it was put into the oven. So 10 minutes in, I am turning the chicken for the very first time. And since I am baking at a considerably low temperature or medium temperature, if you would say, look at it that way, 180 to 190, still good. I'm going to add in some more oil to help keep the chicken nice and juicy while it's baking. Put that in and close up. So but turning it a second time at the 20-minute marker, that makes our entire cook time 30 minutes. And I realized my baking sheet was already full. You know, I said it takes time for chicken to release its own juices, and it had already started that. So I had so much juice and oil on my baking sheet, so it had to go. So while taking out the chicken, make sure you rub or you mix the chicken with the juices while you're taking it out. You don't want anything to go to waste. It's good oil, it's good fat. Just toss and remove and change your baking sheet. Be careful while you're doing this because it's relatively hot. the oil is hot as well, your oven is hot as well. So just kitchen safety practices while you are doing this. So I'm changing the sheet and I'm going to put the chicken back in the oven in the opposite direction I took it out in. Since that other surface is baked, I'm just going to put it in onto the side that hasn't baked, lay it all on the sheet and bake for another 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how crisp and how cooked you want your chicken wings to be. But I want mine really cooked. So I'm just going to put that in and bake for another 20 minutes. Be careful, your chicken is still really hot. I'm using ice prongs or an ice pick. That's what I have. So just put your chicken in, close your oven and bake for another 20 minutes. So we're down to the 20-minute marker again, making our cook time a total of 50 minutes. And we are going to turn the chicken for the very last time. You can already see it looking nice and brown, and that's just what slow baking does for you. It gives you an even cook time over the entire surface of anything you are baking in the oven. So turn all your chicken wings, close your oven, and you are good. My goodness, doesn't that look amazing? So chicken is done. Yes, it's stewing in its own juices and it's hella crispy. Just listen. That is crisp. So our chicken is done. It's very crispy and you can go ahead and eat this as it is or pair it with a dipping sauce. And in my case, I paired it with a garlic, soy, honey, sticky sauce and baked some potatoes, and that was it. So thank you so much for joining me. If you love or if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.